German Chancellor Friedrich Merz has issued his sharpest criticism of Israel since the Gaza conflict flared up again. At a press conference in Turku, Finland, on Tuesday, May 27, 2025, Merz said that Israel's massive military offensive on the Gaza Strip was no longer understandable and no longer justifiable as part of the war against Hamas. The statement marked a significant shift in the public position of Germany, which has long been known as one of Israel's staunchest supporters on the international stage, due to its historical commitment to the post-Holocaust. However, pressure from public opinion, coalition parties and senior officials has begun to push for a shift in attitudes at the government level. The massive Israeli military offensive in the Gaza Strip makes no sense to me. How can it serve the purpose of fighting terror? In this respect, I am very, very critical, Merz said, as reported by Reuters. I am not the first to say this, but I think the time has come to state openly that what is happening is no longer understandable. Merz's comments followed criticism from Foreign Minister Johann Wadephil, as well as calls from junior coalition partner the Social Democrats (SPD) to halt arms exports to Israel to avoid complicity in potential war crimes. Merz himself did not respond to questions about German arms exports to Israel, and a government official said that was the responsibility of the Security Council, which is chaired by the Chancellor. While not yet a formal severance of ties, the change in tone is seen as significant in the context of German foreign policy, which has been guided by the Staatsräson, the doctrine of special responsibility for the safety and existence of the State of Israel, since World War II. Merz's previous government even promised to continue to welcome Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to Berlin, despite an arrest warrant issued by the Criminal Court International (ICC). A photo of Zikam Beach, where Hamas militants landed during the October 7, 2023 attack, is even displayed in the chancellery as a symbol of support for Israel. But in recent days, Israeli airstrikes that have killed dozens of people in Gaza and exacerbated the threat of starvation for the territory's 2 million inhabitants have increased pressure on Merz. A recent survey shows that German public sentiment towards Israel is in a sharp decline. A Civi poll published by Tagesspiegel found that 51% of Germans oppose arms shipments to Israel. The Bertelsmann Foundation report also showed that only 36% of Germans have a positive view of Israel, while 38% view Israel negatively. By comparison, in 2021, 46% of respondents had a positive view of Israel. In the context of historical responsibility, only 25% of Germans believe their country has a special obligation towards Israel, while 64% of Israelis believe Germany still has a moral responsibility after the Holocaust. This situation also encouraged the German anti-Semitism commissioner, Felix Klein, to call for a rethink of Berlin's stance on Israel, asserting that Germany's support for Israel as a consequence of the Holocaust cannot be used to justify all of Israel's current actions. Israeli historian Moshe Zimmerman believes that the shift in German public opinion reflects a global trend, but the main difference lies in Germany's political elite, which is still bound by the trauma of World War II. The political elite is still stuck in the one-dimensional lessons of World War II. The Jews are our victims, so we have to side with them wherever and whatever they do, Zimmerman said. But now we can feel the shift. Just look at Foreign Minister Wadepul's stance and the fact that Merz has stopped repeating his promise to invite Netanyahu. This is an unprecedented situation, where pressure from below is forcing the political elite to reconsider. Merz's comments also reflect a dynamic developing internationally.